Hello and welcome to EO Member Stories. My name is Faizan Sayed. I am a Member Experience Director in the Mepa region, and today I have with me GOMATHY Ramaswamy, who is a member of EO U.A.E. based out of Dubai. And she's got a great story on how EO helped her communicate better with her kids. Hi GOMATHY, how are you?
I'm very well, Faizan. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for taking out the time. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
So tell me, let me just get a little background. You've been a member, you said, for 5 years, and you're in logistics?
Yes, I've been a member since 2017, and my core business is into logistics. And I also co-founded Concord Ventures Group, which is into the business of sourcing and manufacturing for private labels.
For fashion and retail?
Yes, indeed.
And you operate only in Dubai? You operate in the region?
No, we operate in the region. We have offices in India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Hong Kong. Yes, we have regional presence. Yes.
Got it. And so how did you end up in EO? I mean, how did you stumble into this? And by the way, the Dubai chapter is the oldest chapter in the region.
Yes, indeed, it is. So I've been an entrepreneur pretty much all my life, and then it's a cliche that everybody says that it gets quite lonely at the top. So I was
Right.
for this, diverse community where, especially as a woman, where I could find a safe space and communicate and learn and grow, experience, share. I was looking out for that, and that's when one of my very dear friends introduced me to EO, and I've never looked back. It's been one of the best things that has happened to me.
And you're in a forum at this point?
Absolutely, I am. I have been in a forum. I joined in February. I was part of a forum from April.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been.
And you've also dabbled with the path of leadership a bit.
Yes, I did. Indeed, I
How
did.
is that? People have mixed experiences with those.
Oh, I've had spectacular experiences.
Yeah.
I loved all my leadership roles. I started off with being the membership chair for Accelerator Board, and then I went on to the main board of U.A.E, and I did the roles of learning and forum. And I would say between learning and forum, I absolutely loved being the forum chair because
Yeah.
that gives you a very good, valuable time with the members. Your interaction is very valuable. You learn so much, the dynamics of the forums and what people are looking at. That kind of, hands-on experience is precious. I absolutely loved being forum chair.
Plus, learning is a thankful job. You can never make all members happy.
Oh, let me not go there. But still, it gave me tremendous experience in actually reaching out to great leaders, and asking them to come and present and do events. So that was also a very interesting experience. But I am a very people's person. I thrive on interaction, one-on-one. So I got to know my chapter and how being the forum chair. So that's where I really enjoyed that experience vis-a-vis being the learning chair. Yeah.
Got it. Amazing. I'm just going to cut here. Can you do the thing again with your rejoining because the static's coming back?
Oh, I'll do that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's fine now. Okay, we can pick up from that.
Yes.
So you were talking about learning and how learning can be a little bit tricky. Forum is much more enriching because you get to meet so many members in a very sort of intimate setting, right?
Absolutely.
And you get to learn from your members. And you were telling me a story about how EO helped you learn how to communicate with your daughter. You have 3 daughters, you said.
I have 3 daughters, actually. I have 3 grown-up daughters. My eldest is 24, my second daughter is 21, and my youngest is 14. So,
Okay.
yes.
So 2 have crossed the difficult communication period, one's in the process.
Communication is never always easy, Faizan, irrespective
Right.
of which they are, So,
Right.
they have not crossed the difficult phase. It's just that, we need to rewire ourselves on how to communicate. That's what
Right.
it is.
So what was the challenge you were facing? Walk me through. You were giving me an example of how you were facing a challenge and what you got out of EO.
Yes. Actually, I used to hit a roadblock when it comes to communicating with the now older, but then teenage daughters. Mine was always in an advice mode. See if they had to go out. And if they had to, I had a curfew, obviously, which was not taken very well for by them. They would feel that why it was always challenging for them, so that started percolating into all facets of my relationship with them. Actually, they were not really enjoying my company because they always felt that I'm the policing person. I am the one who's saying no, and why
Right.
should you do this? That was in the mode that I was in, which really was
Right.
frustrating. And after I actually joined EO, for the first time ever, actually, I heard about this concept of listening without judgment and talking from experience. That actually opened up a huge window of communication in my mind for them. That's when I started realizing that probably the experiences that I have are not exactly on the same level that they have. So I need to be open to listening to them without judging them, and then probably share an experience that I've had, something that is similar to what they are going through. And what they take out of it is up to them, the value that they realize from that. And that actually, I'll tell you, shifted our relationship. And how, like, they feel so much more, I am so much more approachable to them. We communicate seamlessly. They come back to me for experience share, even at times advice. So that has been probably one of the best takeaways for me, and we've had so many speakers who come to our forum and to our chapter who spoke about managing relationship with teenagers. Those learnings have been absolutely spectacular. And of course, in the safe space of forum sharing, the experiences that I have heard from my own forum buddies and also even members at times, I have made some phenomenal friends who also at times share with me, the challenges that they are facing with bringing up children in this kind of atmosphere, especially COVID. We are all homebound, and um, you're out of a routine, you are not going
Right.
out there. That brings in a lot of, I would say, stress within the situation, within the home atmosphere. So I think, EO was a spectacular support system then, whether it was the calls that we jumped on. Even we used to have these family times on forums, with
Right. Right.
all that was spectacular. It was really amazing. Great.
And so when you were putting this new way of listening, which is listening without judgment or just experience shares, the first time you did it, how did your kids react? I mean, so how did you get yourself to do it the first time? Because that's got to be the hardest time, right? And how did your kids react? Did they just walk out of the room and be like, "What are you doing, mom?"
Actually, my one of my daughters asked me, "What is the trick?" You know,
Yeah. Okay.
she
They
actually
knew something was up.
was up. Why are you being this nice? What's up?
Yeah.
So I was like, no, this is actually me trying to have a seamless communication. I'm being very genuine here. That I
Yeah.
don't want to be that top-down person where I'm saying I know this and I am right. No, I want to
Yeah.
understand where you're coming from. So they were completely taken back by surprise, I must say.
Right.
Then they kind of got used to it. At times there's this too good to be true kind of situation.
Yeah.
What it was.
They probably went back to the room and said, "Mom's gone crazy, guys. Like, just let's not go out tonight. Let's stay home."
Absolutely. She's being too nice. There's a cat.
Yeah. So how long did it take? Because this is not something that changes overnight, right? Especially with teenage kids.
No.
How long did it take you for you to start seeing results with them?
See, it is a constant effort, right, from both sides. It's a very constant effort. I would say that, it took me at least about 6 months to get to a level of
Okay,
very relaxed
that's a
communication.
fair amount of time. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Good 6 months. And we had these, mindfulness classes or speakers who came to, and that was also amazing, to be at that point of time, to be present with what we are
Hmm.
and not be very judgmental about how a person was in the past and what could happen in the future. Just be there, enjoy the moment, be present with them. That also really helped. So it's been a process, and I would say that definitely tangible changes happened in about 4 to 6 months, and we are in a very happy space, great relationship over the last 2 years. Yes.
And at any point in time where you said, you know what, like this is just not working out. I've tried this thing, and maybe that was month 3 or 4 before you started seeing the real tangible results.
Absolutely.
Did you want to give up at that point? What kept you going through that sort of new way of communicating with teenagers?
I did hit a roadblock always. They're also not very receptive. It's not very easy for
Right.
either. But I wouldn't say that I was at any point of time in the mode of giving up, but I did feel challenged. And that's when I would go back to my forum. And what they would do is give me a very funny angle on that. Or they would kind of share an experience that they had with that. Or they would share sometime where they also failed miserably and they say that, hey, Gomti, okay. It's not always that you get it right. We are also struggling with that. We are also human beings. There is an expectation that as parents, we have to be always in a particular way, but end of the day, we are human beings. And it is
Right.
okay to say that I'm sorry, I failed miserably, I'm trying. So that level of vulnerability, actually, when I started exhibiting, even with my children, they started seeing me differently. And that was very important for me, to be able to say that, I'm not always right and I'm sorry I made mistakes. Probably my approach to you in this particular situation was wrong. So that suddenly humanizes the relationship. It's not about mom daughter, it is about one person being real and vulnerable to the other one. And that really helped us. Yes.
Amazing. What a great story. I think that, we forget that, we always think about EO as how it's helping us in our personal, our individual personal lives, and then our business. We forget the impact it has on the way we sort of think of our relationships at home.
Very
And
true.
I think that's inherent value that we sometimes miss within EO.
Absolutely. I would like to add something there. Actually, last year in U.A.E chapter, we started the Next Gen Forum. And the
Okay.
first thing I did was sign up my eldest daughter there.
Nice.
And so she used to, all my kids used to ask, what is this forum that you disappear for half a day and we come
Right.
talk to you have these retreats. So I was
Yeah.
very enthusiastic to make her join that. And she came back after the forum training and she's like, Mom, I actually can't believe that adults, because this was a training and
Yeah.
she was her part of new members who were adults as well. And she was saying that I couldn't believe that adults would be this open, vulnerable, and sincere and true in sharing. I have never seen this ever happening. So I said, welcome to Forum. This is what it is.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm really,
Wow. What a great story.
yeah, I'm really loving that. And so the moment my second daughter also can join, I'm going to make sure that they enjoy this experience. I wish I had a forum like this when I was growing up, when I was 22, 24. What it can do to a person's thought processes and communication skill is brilliant. Yes.
Amazing. I think there's a lot of value in the next gen forums, and I think the chapters that have inculcated, those are seeing the benefits of that.
Yes.
So for those of you watching and you've got an next gen forum, put your kids in it.
Absolutely. I highly recommend. Yes.
And you were telling me also about, I'm going to switch gears, how EO helped you with an NGO that you run in India, especially during a difficult time when there were floods.
Yes. Yes. So I was just a year into EO at that point of time, and I did not know everybody in EO as well as I know now. And this was the year of 2018, and there were floods happening in my home country, which is Kerala, India. And it was amazing how the president at that point of time and the whole board and all of the members actually came together and they asked me, reached out to me saying that, is there something that we can do for the state of Kerala? And we fundraised and everybody generously contributed and we could rebuild a lot of houses. Uh,
Wow.
yeah, actually, I would say that, most of the EU members who contributed were not even from the state of Kerala.
Wow.
Many were not even from India.
Yeah.
Irrespective of that, they all contributed. And it was such a humbling experience that, I was more than grateful for the contribution and the efforts that they put in towards rebuilding houses. And these were very people of very poor means. They had
Right.
lost everything. And to rebuild a life and, find them something to look forward to live and start and sustain, it was absolutely amazing. So that's another, you see, we always consider that, just like you said, Faizan, that we always think EO is all about business, it's all
Right.
about networking, growing. Not at all. For me, all my spectacular experiences have come from other facets of you. My interactions with members, the personal learnings I've had, how the contributions happen to other people's life to make a change, a very tangible strong change in their lives. That's EO for me.
Amazing. What a great story. And I think the fact that you're passing this on to your kids as they start, progressing on their career journey, be it entrepreneurial or otherwise, just having that ability to learn that there are things like forums out there where adults actually speak like this.
Ooh,
It's great to be able to pass it on.
very true.
Gomathi, thank you so much for the time. It was really nice chatting with you. And it's such a pleasant reminder. My kids are much younger, but I'm going to start applying those things. My daughter's entering her teenage years.
Yes.
But I think I'm going to start applying some of those learnings you shared with me today to make sure that we communicate better. And especially on the nonprofit front, you was always there for communities, and the fact that they supported you within your first year is a testament to sort of the power of the EO and the community and the chapter.
Yes, grateful for that. Thank you, Faizan, for your time, and I greatly appreciate this opportunity.
No problem. And hopefully we will see you at one of the regional events. In case anyone's forgotten, there's Majlis in Islamabad in January. There is EO Grow in March in Kenya. We have GLC in April, and we finally have Ignite in May. So pick one, come to one. All of you and Gomathi, hope to see you at one of these soon.
Looking forward. Thank you, Faizan.
Great. Thank you. And thank you everyone for tuning in. Stay tuned for more member stories next month.